Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another videos. So the Premier League is back, the club matches are back, and in this weekend we are going to see a lot of interesting matches on the Premier League, which is the match day 17. Arsenal have to play against West Ham, Chelsea have to play with against Bournemouth, Tottenham Hotspur has to play against Brentford, which is the team who beat Manchester City before the World Cup, and Brighton are going to play against Southampton, Leicester City versus Newcastle, Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest, Leeds United versus Manchester City. So in this weekend, in this match day, there are a lot of interesting matches to discuss. So especially I'm going to discuss about Big 16. Are they actually, do they have an advantage to to win, or which team are going to take a 3 point, which team gonna lose, which team are gonna struggle to find 3 points. So I'm going to discuss all of them, okay, especially for the Big 16. So first of all, we are going to talk about Brentford versus Tottenham Hotspur. So during the World Cup, I think you guys saw a lot. Tottenham Hotspur had COVID-19 virus, affected. So some of the player like Oliver Skip or some kind of player they will not be involved. They may not involved against Brentford. And Son Heung-min played as the second half in their friendly games. Harry Kane situation is still silent. But I think he will start against Brentford, and so Tottenham Hotspur is now at 4th position at the moment, and Brentford is now 10th position. But don't forget that Brentford is the kind of team who beat Manchester City right before the World Cup with the Ivan Toney masterclass. So this is interesting games. I think in my opinion, Brentford has a lot of good players and they have good teamwork. Spurs has a good teamwork, but Spurs will be missing Rodrigo Bentancourt. I don't know why he is not with the club yet, because Uruguay is already knocked out in group stage, right? That's why I don't know why. No, in the round of 16, I think I don't know why I don't know why Rodrigo Bentancourt is with the club right now. So Bentancourt is one of the main player for Spurs when it comes to midfield controlling. Rodrigo Bentancourt and YBA is the most important partnership for Spurs. But at the moment, so he will be missed, and Richarlison will not be involved in this game. That's why I think Spurs have a weak point in this match, and Brentford has a lot of players available to play, and they are playing and they are the host in this match. So I'm gonna say this is a draw, or Brentford will take 3 points. Draw, or Brentford will take 3 points. That's my prediction. Okay. So next one is Leicester City versus Newcastle. We're not talking about Brighton. Okay, Brighton versus Southampton, because I don't think this we need to talk a lot, because of course Brighton are going to, in my opinion, Brighton are going to win it. So let's talk about Leicester City versus Newcastle. So we all know Leicester City has been struggling since the start of the season, but they just won 4 of the last 5 games, and they are now really good form. They have a fantastic players. James Maddison hasn't played a minute at the World Cup for England, so he will be available. In my opinion, I think he will be available to play this game. Of course, Leicester City has a weak defense. I think Brendan Rodgers has been working out, but let's wait and see. When it comes to Newcastle side, Newcastle has been one of the best and finest teams so far this season. They spend millions of money, and this worked well. They have a quality player. Just a few of their players went to the World Cup, because most of the players are not like a big nation or something like that. That's why I don't think Bruno Guimaraes will be available for this match, but they have Joe Linton and some kind of players, and they have Joe Willock. So they still have a dangerous player. That's why I think Newcastle are now trying to climb to play second place or position. over Manchester City, because Manchester City have to play against Leeds United at away, and that's why I think Newcastle have to get 3 points. But the problem is we shouldn't forget what Leicester City has done. What Leicester City had done. The last 5 games. They won 4 of their last 5 games, which is they are on the best form. That's why I think I think this match we will see a lot of goals between two teams, maybe 2-3 or 1-2. I think Newcastle are going to win it with the 3 points, and maybe 1-2 or 2-3. I don't think Leicester has a chance to get a point, but they will have a chance to score in my prediction. So I'm going to predict Newcastle wins with the 3 points. Okay. So another one is Aston Villa versus Liverpool. For Liverpool, they have to win this game because they lost against Manchester City in the Carabao Cup, and they were knocked out by Manchester City. And I think Budget Banner will be available for this game. But according to Jurgen Klopp, Trent Alexander-Arnold will be missed, and James Milner has been injured. James Milner had an injury, against Manchester City the other day. So there will be no right back. I assume that Jurgen Klopp will use Joe Gomez as a right back. So Joel Matip and Vijay Bandai will play at the center back partnership, because there will be no Konate available for this match. So Alisson, I don't think Alisson will be back for this game. But if Conor Gallagher is a fantastic goalkeeper, he has been showing his performance against Manchester City. So I think goalkeeper position is not a big deal. The big deal is the midfield. I don't think they have a strong midfield for Liverpool. The reason they've lost so many games this season, as everybody know, because they have a weak midfield. Only Thiago Alcantara can control the midfield, but the other player like Harvey Elliott or something like that, Jordan Henderson, they're not on the best form, or they're not showing performance. That's why I think Aston Villa, of course, they will be missed Emiliano Martinez, because this guy is still joking Kylian Mbappe until now. So and Coutinho will be available for them. So I think this game is going to draw. I don't think Liverpool will win this game. Maybe 1-1, 2-2 draw, or maybe even 1-0 by Aston Villa. I don't think Liverpool is going to win it. Okay, so this is my prediction. Maybe this is my prediction: 2-2 draw or 1-0 to Aston Villa. Okay, so next is Arsenal versus West Ham. We know Arsenal is the leader of this league, and of course Gabriel Jesus will be missed. So it is a big deal for them. I think so, because Gabriel Jesus is so much important for Arsenal attacking option, because he creates so many spaces, he creates so many chances, he play link up, he play hold up. So he came deep drop. So there is no such a player for Arsenal playing like it. Gabriel Jesus. Yes, Gabriel Martinelli scored goals. Bukayo Saka scored goals. But without Gabriel Jesus, they have a problem. And after the World Cup, I think Mikel Arteta, preparing for that, because he is preparing, for replace Gabriel Jesus. But the problem is, I don't think there is a player who can replace Gabriel Jesus, because he plays different style. That's why I think West Ham, West Ham is a strong side. West Ham is a strong side, we know, but West Ham has been struggling this year. This is not the West Ham we saw the last couple of seasons, because they are on the 16th place, and they won just 4 of their 15 games. So they are not very impressive like the couple of years. So I think this game Arsenal could be drawn, maybe 0-0 draw, or maybe 0-0 draw, or 1-1 draw. Of course West Ham hasn't got a chance to get the 3 points at Emirates, but I think Arsenal will try to get a win. So there will be 60% or 60% we can say that Arsenal will be won, just 1-0. I don't think Arsenal can score a lot of goals today match, because they missing some big players. That's why I think Arsenal could be 0-0 draw or 1-1 draw, or maybe they just finish 1-0. I don't think they score a lot of goals. Okay, so I'm going to predict 0-0 draw or 1-1 draw this game. Okay, so next is Chelsea versus Bournemouth, and Chelsea, Hakim Ziyech will be. I don't think Hakim Ziyech will be back in the training. Yes, and they don't have really good striker. Aubameyang has been struggling to score the goals, has been struggling to be fit at under Graham Potter. They don't have Reece James is back. I don't think Reece James will play in the first 11. Okay, there will be no Ben Chilwell. So then defense, I don't think Thiago Silva is back. So defense is very weak at Chelsea. When it comes to midfield, I don't think there is such a great choice for Chelsea. So this match, at Stamford Bridge, I think Chelsea are going to struggle it, because if we talk about Bournemouth is now 14th place at the Premier League table. They just won 15 games. So this is not actually impressive one. Okay, this is not actually impressive one. And now Chelsea is 8th place and they just won 14 games. So they have to win against Bournemouth. It doesn't matter whether Broja is injured or Wesley Fofana injured, Thiago Silva not available. It doesn't matter. Okay, they can't give an excuse, because Chelsea have to win or Chelsea have to take 3 points. Otherwise, Graham Potter will be under huge pressure. That's why I think Chelsea will try to win this game, but I think they are going to struggle it. Maybe a penalty or last minute winner. Last minute winner, those kind. I don't think they will score a lot of goals. That's why I think I'm going to say 1-0 to Chelsea. 1-0 to Chelsea. Okay. So next, Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest is the team that beat Charlton Athletic in the team has beat Nottingham Forest won Carabao. I don't remember which side they playing against. So the reason is the reason I'm talking about is Nottingham Forest will play at Old Trafford, and I don't think Nottingham Forest has a chance, because I don't think they've got a chance, because Manchester United has been so good at the moment. I'm not talking about this is because I'm a Manchester United fan, but as you can see against Burnley is not the Burnley we saw with the Sean Dyche. Burnley is Vincent Kompany Burnley. They has been so good this years, and they are leader of the championship side, and they has been playing fantastic against Manchester United, except when they cannot create a lot of chances. That's why I think Manchester United beat 2-0 against Burnley will give will give them advantage, because Marcus Rashford is scoring goals. He has been fantastic since since Eric Ten Hag appointed Manchester United. And as a right back options, of course there will be no Dalot, so I think that could be a little bit problem. And Rafael Varane and Richard will not be back for this game, so Lindelof and Casemiro is a solid defense, I think, and David De Gea will be back on his number 1 keeper, and they have a strong midfield. Manchester have a strong midfield, and they have a great attacking option. That's why I don't think Nottingham Forest have a chance. They may score 1 goal or something like that, but I don't think they have a chance to get a 3 point at Old Trafford at the moment. Manchester United has been doing fine this doing fine at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to say 3 points to Manchester United. And Leeds United versus Manchester United, the next one, Leeds United versus Manchester City. We all know City has been destroying every club they met against every club they met, and Leeds United is one of the teams that they need to be careful play against with, because their new coach is doing so good than which Marcelo Bielsa, and they have a great players. But Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne partnership, you simply cannot defend against them. The chance that created by Kevin De Bruyne, you cannot stop them. And the way that Haaland scored the goals, you simply can't stop them. That is, as a matter of fact, against Liverpool, we saw how good they were. Okay, Manchester City, we saw how good they were. Yes, their defense has a weakness because they don't have a really good player yet. Ruben Dias hasn't back with the team yet. So they have and they have Ederson, I think. That's why I think Manchester United have a really good chance to, to win 3 points against Leeds United. I'm going to say Manchester City will win against Leeds United. Okay, so this is my prediction for the Big Six and some interesting teams. What do you think, guys? Make sure on the comment below. Thanks for watching, guys.